Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and in this video I want to go through the news that Visa has reinvented the credit card. Reinvented the credit card. I don't know how you reinvent it. Anyway, let's keep going. So this may lead to many of the features that we know of and are used to perhaps becoming obsolete. Even your 16-digit card number may disappear, and you may only need to carry one single physical credit card in your wallet to access all of your Visa card accounts. So yesterday, Visa came out with a press release that they themselves titled Visa Reinvents the Card, Unveils New Products for Digital Age. The first thing they talk about is the fact that their research has shown that people would like to be able to use one card, or what they call one credential, to pay with different payment methods. I guess they call it one credential because it could be a physical card or just an account or an app on the phone. And this gave them the idea to create the Visa Flexible Credential. One card to rule them all. I wonder where they got that phrase from.
One ring to rule them all.
But anyway, the idea is that any card you have that runs on the Visa network could be accessed through one physical card or one card account, and you could switch the funding source in a Visa app. So the example they give is you could set it so that small purchases go on your Visa debit card and purchases of $100 or more, for example, go on your Visa credit card. And you know what? I'm a credit card points and miles geek, so I'm thinking if they can do that, what's to stop them from choosing payment method based on spend category too? So if you have a Visa card that earns, say, 3 points per dollar on travel, and that is the highest earning card for that category in your wallet, then couldn't the Visa app just use that funding method whenever you swipe your one card to rule them all for a travel purchase? And say you have another Visa card that earns 5 points per dollar on gas, could that automatically be selected through your single credential when you make a gas purchase? There are some really cool possibilities here when you think about multiple funding sources for one card or one credential. At least that's what I think of, but what Visa is currently demonstrating is having debit cards, credit cards, pay in full by Affirm, that's the pay over time feature, and paying with rewards points all linked to one payment card, and you would be able to switch between them in a mobile app. Apparently, this is already up and running in some pilot markets with $3 billion in transactions already processed through Visa's flexible credential. In addition, Visa will be bringing in what they call tap everything. So any device will be able to receive payments as a point of sale device. In other words, you won't need one of those little square credit card swipe things, credit card readers, to turn any phone into a sales system. There are a few other tap features like tapping to add cards to a mobile wallet and tapping to do peer-to-peer payments between friends. Then on top of that, it seems that card numbers are going to be a thing of the past, with biometric data and patterns of behavior replacing them, in proving that it is you who is trying to use the card. So it's not exactly clear how this is going to work, but card numbers are certainly going to play less of a role and maybe won't exist at all from the point of view of the consumer. Perhaps it's all going to be behind the scenes, just activated by your biometric data such as your face scan, fingerprint, and of course past behaviors. And when we talk about past behaviors, that is actually already part of fraud monitoring for many credit card companies, even today, even right now. But what they mean by that is, well, they give an example. Let's say you're not a gambler, you've never made purchases in a casino with your credit card before, and then all of a sudden someone purchases, say, $500 worth of gambling chips at a casino. That's going to get automatically flagged by an AI system that has learned your behavior over time, and yeah, it'll get flagged as a fraudulent charge, and they'll send you an email or a text message to say, hey, is this you, right? So what do I think about all of this? Well, it remains to be seen how it's going to integrate into banks, okay? Because presumably a bank won't want to issue a card and then allow other banks' cards to be running through that card as the one credential, right? So I'm guessing that it'll be like Chase issues you a card, say the Chase debit card, and then you can link any Chase account, so credit cards, bank accounts, whatever, home equity line of credit if you have it, or whatever, business line of credit, you can link anything to that one credential, that one card, and then you just go into the Chase app and you select which card you're actually going to make the purchase with. So far, the little screenshots and stuff they've shown us have been a Visa app, but I'm guessing once this actually launches, it would be something that's going to get integrated into individual banks' apps, all right? So think Chase, Citi, whatever. I doubt you're going to be able to have one card and have both Chase and Citi cards or Capital One cards all going through that one. I think each bank's going to want to keep it separate because they're going to want to have their own branding on the cards. It does kind of ruin the whole idea of credit card art, right? Like if you have the Sapphire Reserve, it looks different to the Chase Freedom, you know, just using Chase as an example, but whatever bank, a higher level card will have a different card art and stuff. And it's all, you know, for us who are kind of credit card geeks, it's all part of getting a card. You get, you know, to hold that card, sometimes it's made of metal, it'll have its own card art, etc. I guess, you know, Chase could just say, all right, we'll issue a card that looks like the highest level card you got, so at least you can have something to give you some flex value or something like that. But in general, I think this certainly is sort of the logical way to go, all right? What is the point of filling your wallet up with loads of different cards when you could perhaps just have one card from each bank at least? Even if it's not one card to rule them all, it could perhaps be one card from each bank. It would be difficult though if you have different networks. For example, Chase has the Freedom Flex on MasterCard and then like the Sapphire cards, which are Visa. So how's that going to work? I'm not so sure. Maybe there will be some integration between Visa and MasterCard. I guess it's just getting started right now. I doubt Visa wants to let MasterCards use that one credential because it would be a totally different system. So I don't see how they're going to resolve that if it's one bank that has cards that run on different networks. But you know, alternatively, maybe it could be that you do still have your bank issue individual cards for things and you can use them if you want, right? Like maybe your highest level metal credit card, you'd still use that and slam it down on the table at a restaurant. But just in general, you could get a card from Visa that links to any Visa card from any bank, and then you can use those through it. So it remains to be seen how it's going to work. Apparently it's going to come out this summer, but it is definitely logical. The most recent big update we had was chips, you know, coming into cards here in the US at least. I think in other countries like in Europe, they brought in chip and pin like in the early 2000s. US, we had chip cards coming in around, I think it was after 2011 or so. I remember cards that still only had magnetic strips around 2010, 2011. And certainly all of the like biometric scans, fraud monitoring, AI systems that track your behavior, it's definitely a move in the right direction. It is a little scary, you know, AI is knowing exactly what our spending habits are. If you're one of those conspiracy theory type people, you might be alarmed by this. But you know, that aside, for the consumer, it's definitely going to be a good thing. So guys, leave your thoughts below. I will also put a link to my credit card guide. So if you are in the market for a new credit card, we have a load of my best recommended credit cards to choose from, such as this Chase Sapphire Preferred, which just came out with a new 75,000 points welcome bonus, worth at least around $900 in free travel when you redeem it through the Chase travel portal. But anyway, you can check out some of my favorite credit cards in that credit card guide below. As always, these are affiliate links. They do help out our show, so we do thank you very much if you use them. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.